Welcome once again, Miss friends and family of YouTube. This is Crisis 169 coming to you with another live broadcast. The Power Spectrum Internet. And with the power of my phone clicking. Um, Discussing the state of Xbox right now. Brand right now, this very moment, is looking pretty dismal. I know that fanboys are morphing into action. Mighty Morphin Fanboy Rangers call their fanboy Zords to burn down my house because I'm saying something that's not politically correct to them. But we have to cut the reason. People are wondering why Microsoft won't green light Sunset Overdrive 2. Very simple, because they don't own the rights to the game. And it's pure. I can press X right now and turn it off right now. The state of Xbox rests on the fact that they can't get any good exclusives to their console because, excuse me, the Play Anywhere feature kind of damaging the Xbox brand. And of course, saying, "Christ, what do you mean?" Five retires, right? Way tired, right? Christ, what do you mean? What do you mean it's? What do you mean it's actually, you know, damaging, and stuff? Well, it's very simple, guys. Look at this situation here. Sunset Overdrive came out in around 2014. Sunset Overdrive. It sold 1.3 million copies. Well, it's not bad. Well, it's not. But it took 4 years to sell 1.4 units. And that was an Xbox One exclusive, Day One exclusive. That's not on PlayStation 4 at all, or Switch, or Wii U, or whatever at the time. Now, fast forward 4 years and some days later on, Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man, only on PlayStation 4. The first 3 days sold 3.3 million copies. 3 days. It's been out for almost 2 weeks now. So you think about it. Think about the state of Xbox then and now, and think how a game that came out with Insomniac Games that was great gameplay, but Xbox fanboys and Xbox fans did not want to support it because it didn't have Halo or Gears of War or some racing game on it. They didn't care about it. And now they're clamoring for Sunset Overdrive 2 that won't come out. If it did come out, it'll probably come out on the PlayStation 4 probably. Especially with the overall sales we're having right now, or success we're having right now with with the Xbox One. I mean with the PS4. Sorry, with PS4 success. Insomniac, could greenlight it on Sony's platform if they wanted to. Sony wanted to or not. Still, there's no talk to me. And if that happens, that's why fanboys are going to riot in the streets. They're going to lose their minds because they're going to finally have no games coming to the console quickly. They had a chance with Insomniac Games, but they didn't want to support them. All of a sudden now they want to support them 4 years later. It's too little, too late. You guys supported these guys day one when they announced that game. You didn't because you're so worried about your precious Call of Duty or Halo and your Gears of War, but you didn't care about the fact that put it over there somewhere, Insomniac. But you don't understand that the game itself looks like it looks great. I mean, even in the base hardware, Xbox base console, it ran pretty smoothly. And that's what Insomniac games are. You really rare find a Insomniac game that doesn't work too well. We're not getting to Ratchet Clank All for One. That's a total different one. That's a multi-party type of game. you play with 4 friends online, play 4 friends. And that's something that should have happened and been better, but it wasn't. Anyway, I'm moving on. But being understandable and understanding what is being said and what I'm hearing is that the Xbox brand, if they don't turn it around, they already lost a generation. This generation belongs to Sony. That's just the way it is. You don't like it, or they've been living rock for the last 4 or 5 years, then, crap game and the rest of the fanboys are going to have to understand that. The rest of the Xbox fanboys are going to have to understand that they lost a generation. And then, when they made fun, well, he didn't do it's E3 2016, the games you're never going to play. They made that comment because they're thinking of their own console, but they want to damage control the Xbox One and try to damage the PS4 and didn't work. Yes. It took about 2 years to get those games out. But Spider-Man right now is flying off store shelves faster than they can stock it. Dead Rising 4 didn't have the same respect. It sold maybe a million copies in its lifespan. It's not a whole lot for a game that's supposedly been around since the first Dead Rising. That's on the original Xbox. So you're understanding what I'm saying. That it doesn't matter what you think or what you believe. It matters what you know. And the Xbox One right now is in dire straits. It's on life support because it does not have anything exclusive. We got plenty of third-party games. Yes, I have an Xbox One X right there. I just beat the Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I made a review upon it earlier this morning, about maybe 19 hours ago. This morning, check it out and I think I gave the game a 7.5. For my opinion, personally, diehard fans give it 8.5 or 9, depending on who you are. But as it was, I gave it the right number that I felt it was for me. And you'll know why I did that in the video you watched before. Watch after this one or watch it before this one, whatever you want to do. If you want to, then you're free to go and watch it. You want to. If not, then stick around and stay. But the issue I'm having is that the Xbox brand itself, they have the most powerful console in the world as of right now, and has 0 games for it that run only on Xbox. We have Gears of War and Halo. Yeah, that's the argument. Anyway, moving on. That's not feasible anymore. Gears of War and Halo are tired out franchising. And that racing game Forza 7 has become really, really watered down. So you have to understand what I'm saying. It's becoming Call of Duty, where every year is a brand new racing game. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, though, if you're a die-hard Xbox fan, you sleep with your console controller in your hand, and you're sleeping with your controller at night. You need psychological help. And B, if you're mad about Spider-Man not being on your console like 90% of you are, go buy a PS4. Man, it shouldn't be an Xbox. They're going for Xbox. People got duped into believing the Xbox is the most powerful console, and it is. They got duped in believing that the fact that the games are on there, and they're not. You have great games on the Xbox, you do. Thorough great games. Titanfall 1, Dead Rising 3, Rise, Son of Rome. I didn't play that much into it. Quantum Break, they have in the Game Pass. I might download and try it out today, or tomorrow, or whatever, next week. This week or next week. Games like that. Some good, authentic games. But in the same sense, you have all the constant problems with Microsoft, you know, interfering with the developers and not leaving them alone. And that's a problem where it affects a lot of people. It affects us gamers. And Xbox right now, if they don't pull it out, no, because their new consoles come out probably in the next 2 years. No, if they don't get out of this tailspin, they might go into the next generation in a tailspin. It doesn't matter how powerful it is. If you don't have fun ton of games, you can have a console that does 8K graphics and great power and just instant loading and instant gameplay and download in a second. Of course, depending on your internet speed. That doesn't mean anything without games. They have great controllers, yeah. Yeah, they released the Duke controller for the Xbox One, a 2 generation old controller that they brought for the Xbox One. Why? Where are the fun ton of games, Microsoft? Where are the experiences you can only get on X or Xbox? You know they're at on the PlayStation 4. They're also on PC, multiplats on the PS4, and they're on PC with the exclusives, Windows. See, I think Phil Spencer to Microsoft and the Xbox shot themselves in the foot when they released every single game on on the Windows store on PC. If they only did to a couple racing games, maybe a Halo game, and maybe Gears of War, that's it. But you can play Sea of Thieves, Cuphead, Quantum Break. You can play many other games. State of Decay 2. You can play these games on PC. You don't have to have an Xbox One to play it. All you have to do is create an Xbox One account or Xbox Microsoft account on PC, and you're off and running. Now I heard Microsoft Store PC is garbage, but be that as it may, with that one, you still play it on PC. So why is you gonna sit there and run out there and go buy a $500 console and you have a $700, $800 PC sitting right there that can run the games pretty decently, 1080p, 4K, whatever. That's my point of the state of Microsoft, state of Xbox. They're not giving you a reason to buy their console. They're giving you a reason to go buy a $1,200 PC, stick another 500 into it, or 500 PC, stick another 500, 600 into it, and have a PC that can last probably 3 or 4 gaming console, generation cycles. Maybe 2 or 3. But even if it's 2, it still is worth the price in gold, weight in gold, because you're getting something people actually use. Because console gaming, you're limited to what the console manufacturer and developers can do. With PC, it's open to you taking games built in the air, and then each one of them can do different things. 4K, 1080p, 720p, depending how old they are or whatever the reason is. And things like that. On console gaming, consoles, you don't have that option. Now, one has to be the option to do graphics or performance, but we know it's not available in every game. My multi-plat I play on Xbox One X because that's all day. I play like I said before. I got the thing for Christmas. I kind of knew I was getting it, but I didn't know I was getting it. And when I got the thing, I was very excited. Don't get that receipt last Christmas, but I wasn't playing about it at all because of the $500 console. So I was very adamant I'm gonna play the thing on the ground. And when you're warranty, I'm gonna play it into the ground until it bursts and catches fire. It's been over a year now, and the game system's still doing great. Really strong system. Some issues with the major. Mostly I heard was an update that caused that to work at one time. Or took too much for a national deal. It was fine. And that's fine. That's why I play multiplayer. But games like I can play Spider-Man if I want to, Marvel Spider-Man. I can play God of War. I can play Horizon Zero Dawn again. I can still play Uncharted 4 if I wanted to again. I can play this game because I have a PS4. I can play whatever I want on that base PS4 console because it will run all the PS4 exclusives because it's what it's made for. And Xbox does not give reasons why to buy their console. There's people who have base Xbox Ones who haven't touched it in probably a couple of years who play games on PC because they get a better experience. Why they gonna run? Why? Oh, why? Why? I ask you. And riddle me this: are you gonna run out there and go buy a $500 console when you have a $500 PC you can put another $600-700 into, depending on how old it is, and graphics card and the motherboard is, and get maybe kind of like another maybe another two to the minimum, maybe bare bones maximum 4 years, maybe 2.5 years out of it. Maybe push 3 to be lower down the settings down. But that's being said, it is a state of emergency for Xbox right now, and Xbox fanboys are going to realize this. I saw one today. I was watching one today talking about he's going to get PS4. Yeah, it's like 5 months old, but the video's like 5 months old, but it still proves the point. And Xbox fans are looking at other options for gaming. Because, yes, they want to play Halo and Gears of War, but Spider-Man ticked off a lot of people. Because Insomniac Games were making it. Sunset Overdrive was not given a whole lot of respect. The fans didn't care with Overdrive, and now they're clamoring for it. Listen, guys, listen to what I want to tell you. Microsoft does not own the rights to Sunset Overdrive. Insomniac Games does. They didn't sell it to Xbox like Xbox wanted them to. They didn't because they wanted to keep that property. You might see it as an Overdrive 2 in next E3 or E3 after that. You could be selling Overdrive 2 only on a PS5 maybe. And maybe, and maybe a downgraded version for the Pro and the base model Xbox, maybe PS4. By that, you're going to see it on the Xbox One. You may see it, may not. But right now, Insomniac Games have not talked about making another Sunset Overdrive 2 or Sunset Overdrive. If they did, it'll probably go only on PS4 because right now, 3.3 million sold in 3 days. It's been 2 weeks. Let's say it's almost like 9 million copies of Spider-Man sold. Marvel Spider-Man. If you were a game developer or a publisher or a company owner have a property, like let's say Sunset Overdrive, and you own it, or Spider-Man, or either one of them, both of them. If you see you have almost 3 million or 9 million sold in 2 weeks with Spider-Man, are you gonna run out there and put out Sunset Overdrive 2 on the Xbox One platform, Xbox platform, knowing very well what happened with the original or first Sunset Overdrive? I love it a lot. It's a great game because I'm a Insomniac fan. I love the Resistance Ratchet Clank. It had the Resistance Ratchet Clank feel to it. It had the box of Resistance, but it had the platforming of a Ratchet and Clank. But in 4 years, guys, he only sold 1.4 million. That's not a whole lot. That's very little in the words of that situation. So people don't understand why the Xbox don't get the good exclusives. It's because the Xbox fans don't support it. It's not about media bias or evil Sony. It's about because the Xbox fanboys, myself included, because I'm a fan of Xbox, I'm not a fanboy, I'm a fan. I didn't support a game that came out for the Xbox. I didn't. Rise on their own, I didn't really care much for it. You won't get a second one. Maybe so, sure. But it was a decent game. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Halo 5, another prime example. Good game, but not 100% into it. So when you guys say stuff like this, it's very difficult. But bad it is what it is. I want to take the last 2 seconds, minutes here to discuss something very important to my heart. I do appreciate you guys watching my video. Like, subscribe, share, and all that, and comment below. This is about, Suicide Prevention Month. In my old church, they lost a member to suicide. He had depression. His name was Brian, I believe. It's understandable to have problems. Understandable to have issues. We all have issues. Some of us find video games, some of us find food to cope with our problems. But we don't find the Lord. Jesus Christ, Jesus Nazareth. We don't find that person to help us out. No, this is not a religious video. This is the gaming channel. But you gotta stay strong, folks. Suicide ain't no joke. It's a very damaging and very traumatic thing to your family and yourself. It might sound easy and quick and painless, but the afterlife cost can be far more of a nightmare than what your life is now. I'm not saying run a church and no, that's your choice, not mine. What I'm saying is though, don't give up hope. Talk to a church person, a church member. Talk to a church elder about this stuff. Talk to a policeman, fireman, somebody. Talk to a counselor at school. Talk to your parents. Most kids parents talk to. We have to understand, folks, that this thing is dangerous. In this last couple of months, we've had probably 7 or 8 different types of people take their lives. Movie stars, rich Hollywood elitists, down to working scrubs who work, for a paycheck. Suicide doesn't discriminate on who it kills. Depression, mental illness, doesn't discriminate. Doesn't stop if you're rich or poor. So if you or anybody you know that know anybody, call the suicide hotline. Go online. Find support. Call that friend you haven't talked to about a year, who's kind of a nut about God or whatnot, who's a very, very open person. And we all have people like that. The grandmother or friend we know that's kind of a God lover, but also very low-headed, but kind of funny at times. Because we think the person is. Talk to that person. Understand what it means. And if you have to take medication for your issues, who cares? Take medication for your issues. Don't give up hope and put yourself through that mess. Because what your family is, they're going to be living through the same horror, just every single day for the rest of their lives. And that's something we have to understand. I believe that Christ is the way, truth, and light. But that's something for me. If you're struggling with alcohol, addiction, drugs, there's help groups out there. You just gotta find them. If you cope with stuff playing video games, you play on. But don't mask them. Don't mask your problems. Solve them. Become a problem solver in your life and someone else's life. Thank you. Take care. Be strong. God bless all of you. Do appreciate you guys watching my video. Do appreciate you guys being on this planet. Without you, someone's life will not be as happy. You're important. You always will be important. Don't let your voices in your head tell you you're not, or anybody tell you you're not in this world. That's crap. You're very important, people. You just haven't found out what you're important at. You just could be maybe just being there. You never know. But hey, peace, love, see you guys later.